Happy Baby is a favorite hip opener for many, so we'll see how to get into this in a couple different ways. On the back, bring the knees into the chest and open the knees wide, reaching between the knees to grab the outsides of the feet with the hands. If when you grab the feet, the hips lift up off the ground, you might have to let go of the feet, grabbing the shins so that the sacrum stays on the floor and that the natural curvature of the lumbar spine is up and off of the floor. If the hips are more open, then you can grab the outsides of the feet, and we keep the hands there rather than grabbing the big toe, because when we do that, the ankles tend to sickle, which is compromising for the knee joint. So do your best to keep the hands either on the shins or on the outsides of the feet. Now, to access the stretch of the SI joints, you can lift the hips up off the ground by pulling the knees further into the armpits. To deepen this, wrap the arms on the inside of the legs around the calves, holding the outsides of the feet, and then lift the head up between the legs. We're moving towards getting the feet behind the head. When you're ready to come out, release the head and the legs, and you can come into a more relaxed Happy Baby with straight arms holding the inside of the shins and circling the ankles one direction and then the other direction. Now here are some great alternatives for massaging the hip joints with different circles. So we'll start by holding the shins and just pulling the knees in and around in a circle with bent legs. Takes a little coordination, and then we'll reverse the direction. And then bringing the knees together and opening them for another circle where the femur is stirring in that hip socket and reversing direction. Another option is just to keep the knees together and the ankles together and circling here with the hands on the kneecaps. This is a wonderful massage for the sacrum. Just be sure to switch directions. And when you're finished, pull the knees into the chest for one final stretch and release the feet down. Let's set this up now with a belt. So make a large loop with your belt, and we'll thread the belt overhead, ensuring that the end adjustable strap is back towards you. And then taking that belt as high up the back as possible before you lay down. Now here what we're going to do is take one foot inside of the strap and then the other foot inside of the strap, placing that strap behind the legs, right in the crease of the knees. And then we have that adjustable strap to tighten it up. But unlike child's pose, we're not going to tighten the belt as tightly as possible. We'll keep a little space in between the knees for the block to go underneath of the strap and in between the thighs. Rest the arms out to the side and enjoy this restorative version of Happy Baby. Now let's see this at the wall. So grab your two blocks and place them on either side of you. Scoot the hips up to the wall on the side so the hips go as close to the wall as possible. Lift the legs up overhead, and then once you're here, just allow the legs to open, sliding the feet down the wall, and you'll see me putting a block on an angle underneath the outer thighs so that the outer thighs have a nice sturdy foundation to rest into. Ensure that the toes are pointing the same direction as your femurs. When you're ready to come out, use your hands to help your legs come together. Adjusting this pose can feel very compromising for the students, so you want to do this with a great amount of sensitivity and practice it several times before getting into the classroom. So putting your hands on the ground, you can place the knees on the hamstrings, tracking them backwards to lengthen them, or just remain standing, adding more pressure onto their feet, allowing their arms to rest as you lean your shins into their hamstrings. If their hips are a little tighter, remain almost standing completely on your toes, leaning your knees into their hamstrings and holding the outsides of their feet. If you're steady here, you can reach through their legs, pressing the hands, grounding their shoulders down. Great work!